right.
Look, it didn't do it.
Remove it.
It didn't do it.
How did you do it?
All right, we're live.
I'm up to some. I'm up to some. I'm up to some. I'm up to some. I've been to go, glad that you know. I'm up to some. Heaven just gave me the green light to go. I'm up to some. Girl, I been knew that you been down. I'm up to some. Heaven just gave me the green light to go and your friends round. See you got the new Kim style that you been down. I've been thinking of the hammer name round. They don't think I know. And your friends run back when I see you got this new Kim style. But I'll be making a great distraction. But you know I'm on a mission. Y'all got 3 months to get practice. Almost like I'm chasing chicken, cuz I'm up to something. I'm up to something. Give it on the back of the chase. I'm up to something. That's a great distraction. But you know I'm on a mission. Y'all got 3 months to get practice on the keyboard. Hold on, boy. Like a paradigm and keep running on like a marathon. Then you reach for your blacks like Farrakhan. But after that, be the ego. Told me to be team.
All right. Well, we tried to make that work. It didn't work out for us. What up, people? What up, good people? This is Dan Schmidt, Sharon. We got Morgan. We are actually all in the building. I'm just representing my homeboy George, Mayweather Fitness. I just wanted to show some love. Mayweather Fitness and Boxing. So be on the lookout for that coming in the next few months. What's up, people?
What's going on?
We tried the intro video. I don't know what happened. Things happen. That was the first time that anything like this has happened. So
it is.
You know, it is what it is.
Right.
As you can see, we are at a different spot. Right. Normally, I'm in my bedroom with my little setup. Sharon is normally
home in my sunroom.
And Morgan normally is in her kitchen with the sink and everything else and the dogs barking in the background. But guess what? Not this week. We are live from a Black-owned restaurant. We are down at the Daiquiri Shop down here on what in Grand are we at again?
It's like 11th and Grand.
11th and Grand. Yep. So if you've never been down to the Daiquiri Shop, this is where we are right now. We're broadcasting live this week. The show, yeah, absolutely. The show is all about Midwest Black Restaurant Week and just Black restaurants that we're out here to support. So let's introduce ourselves. Let's do the little round robin. We don't have a whole bunch of people this week.
Nope.
On the show. It's just us. So we're excited. Morgan, since you're over there solo, go ahead and introduce yourself first.
Hey, everybody. It's Morgan from Mid-Continent Public Library Square One Small Business Services team. You can check out our Facebook page. We've got
You're
lots
mute.
of virtual.
You're on mute. It was a lot of good stuff coming out of Morgan, but she's on mute.
Okay, I don't want to blow us up with bad noises. We good?
You got it.
All right. It's Morgan with Mid-Continent Public Library Square One Economic Empowerment Team. This week, check out our Facebook page. Yours, this way. Dan is going to be on Thursday night talking about how you can do your very own programs just like this. Always reminder, CARES Act, that deadline is this Friday. If you want a chunk of that money and you qualify, get your stuff ready. If you need help, call the library.
And
Dope.
Sharon Thompson, the other co-founder of Porterhouse KC, and I'm here live at the DAC shop. I got my daiquiri. I got some gumbo about to munch on, and I'm excited because this is Black-owned restaurant week, and we got some restaurants here in effect. That's going to be on our video that we got coming up soon, and we got some restaurants that we haven't talked about, but I'm gonna talk about you after the video.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Dan Smith, Porterhouse KC, representing Who organization created to help bridge gaps for entrepreneurs that come from the neighborhoods that we come from. You heard? Michael Cremona, if you are almost out of the office, come holler at us. We're down here. You know what I mean? Come down here. Kevin Manning, you said we should have called you, and we should have called you. You're right. So our apologies. We're just trying to do something different. You know, we're trying to pull up, do something special. You know, it is what it is. Hey, folks that are tuned in, shoot us a comment or a like or a question, or just say hi or do an emoji or something. Let us know that you are tuned in. We are going to go through our shout outs now. Like I said, man, it's a little different. So we're noisy. I don't know if you guys can hear the cars and stuff riding up and down the street, but this is literally live stuff right here, right? Yeah. We got our camera set up. I don't know if you saw Morgan's picture that showed our background. My backpack is covering the camera because of the rain and all that stuff. Look at that. We could do that. Yeah. We could do that right now. That's a street view. That's what we're looking at right now. You see the backpack covering the camera right there? It's serious. It's serious business. What's up, Cynthia?
Yeah, we live in effect.
What's up, Chanel? Hola.
Hola.
Yeah, buddy.
Good event last week, or a good show last week with Chanel.
Yeah, it was a phenomenal show last week with Chanel. We appreciate you again for doing that. That was awesome. So we can just jump right into shout outs. Yeah. Okay. I wanted to shout out Linda's representing SCORE. Linda's in. Hey Linda. Shout outs. I want to shout out my wife for holding it down. She's doing a lot. She's preparing to get back in school. She's a principal, if you didn't know, of elementary school, and so she is holding it down. Kevin said, "Where y'all at?" We down at the DAC shop. Down at the Daiquiri, KC Daiquiri shop. You got to come down if you can, Kev. We'll be here for a little bit. Also wanted to shout out the DAC shop for letting us be in the building, right? We're using their resources, man. We appreciate these guys. If you haven't tried their gumbo, obviously the daiquiris, right? Obviously the daiquiris. But their gumbo is phenomenal. You just came down here. What did you have when you came down here, Morgan?
Cheesy grits. I go to New Orleans like twice a year. These cheesy grits are real. Also, the shrimp that's fantastic. Yeah. I love the American cheese. The fried shrimp boy. That is also very good. It's not like on the menu. Get the chicken tenders. Get the chicken tenders.
That's Morgan's talking about something that's off menu, so you got to feel special. That's VIP. That's that VIP menu, right? Mike Watson's in the building. He said, "What we talking about? We talking about black-owned restaurants this week, man. We're talking about black-owned restaurants." So finish my shout-outs real quick. Midwest Restaurant Week. Joey Cuts. They actually had another really good show this past Monday. I don't know if you've been able to tune in. But Barbara Washington was on there. Obviously, Joey was on there. There's a couple other folks that were on there really giving some great insight. So if you have a chance, go check out the replay on that. Obviously, Kaufman Foundation, we appreciate them. We are a Kaufman funded organization, the Porterhouse KC. We are so appreciative of them. I did so anyway, before I go on, I'm going to go into that, but Chess Inc., our partner organization, appreciate them for the support and everything they do for us. The students in our first cohort, Porterhouse KC Business Development cohort. Those guys are awesome. And talking about them kind of leads me into a little appreciation. I'm sorry, guys, really quick. I know my shout out's a little longer, but I want to shout out the Plex Pod, man. The Plex Pod is actually providing all access service to our 12 cohort participants for no additional cost to them. And they also, I mean, they get 24/7 access to the Westport Plex Pod Commons location. This is an opportunity for them to use that space to ideate, to go in. If they need to use the printer, they have printing services. If they need to use Wi-Fi, they can use a Wi-Fi. They have a coffee bar. All this good stuff that they have is phenomenal, and they're providing that to our cohort participants. So I want to send a big shout out to Plex Pod, Gerald over there. They are phenomenal people. So Mike Watson said, when she talks, mute your mic, and vice versa. We got you. Okay, we're gonna figure that out. We appreciate that tip. We needed it, so we got you. Sharon, what you got?
That's what's up. So my shout outs, Mike Watson, what's up? Chanel last week, Cynthia. I like to give a shout out to my wife, Amethyst Place. They doing some dope things. I like to give a shout out to a couple of people I talked to, Roy Wilmore, Terrence Ramsey. Let's see, who else I got on my shout out? I like to give a shout out to Joe Mo's Barbecue. I like to give a shout out to yeah, Joe Mo's is on the Kansas side, and I'm gonna talk about them after the video. Peachtree Restaurant, Roy, he gave me the hookup to put them on our video or whatever. So I went.
Not the hookup. Sharon paid for his food, but the hookup for the video.
I went to go talk to him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, my shout outs. Yeah, I like to thank Kansas City, you know, for doing this. Yeah.
All right,
I'm done.
So we're gonna try this now. It is all about you.
Oh man, we almost got it that time. Next time. Okay, shout outs this week. I'd like to give a huge shout out to OHUB, physical location down in the Jazz District, also nationwide, worldwide program. Tammy, who's been a guest on here before, super active with them. They have got some great learning opportunities, and it's not the kind of stuff that we talk about at Square One, but equally as important. So check that out, not just business, also economic development and workforce development stuff. My other shout out today is to KC Restaurant Week. So we are currently in Midwest Black Owned Restaurant Week. There's also a KC Black Restaurant Week. That's the local version, and that's the version that helps with the infant mortality rate in the Black community. They are fantastic. Right now, go follow them on Facebook. Look at what they're doing, because they are storytelling for Black restaurants all year around. So check them out and give them some love too. Also, second week in September, we're doing this all again, just with more in-depth storytelling. So get yourself ready for that. I'm going to want to see everybody's schedules.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we just unmuted ourselves and we're turning our microphone back up.
We're trying something new.
Just letting you know the behind the scenes. This is kind of how this works. We try to figure it out. This is the first time we've done the technically done a live on-site broadcast. Yeah. So trying to figure that out. So this is that section, that time where we talk about flowers, right? And what flowers is, we've done it for a few weeks now. And what it is we want to, we know that there is a lot of people doing some really great things, organizations that are doing some really great things that do it without asking for any appreciation or asking for any accolades or anything like that. They just work hard at what they do, and they love what they do. And a lot of them are doing a lot of good things for Kansas City. So we do these flower things to just show appreciation, right? To tell them that how we really, truly appreciate them. So again, right now we are in the DAC shop. Two of the owners or both owners of the DAC shop are actually fraternity brothers of ours. Kinley and Calvin are phenomenal guys. They felt like there was something missing in Kansas City, and they brought the DAC shop to KC, right? They had a lot of challenges, a lot of uphill battles, as business owners normally do. But at the end of the day, they stayed steadfast and forward in their thought and everything else that they were doing, and end up opening this thing downtown Kansas City. and it has been phenomenal for the city.
Yep.
So I just want to give these guys flowers, man. They're doing a phenomenal job down here. If you haven't been to the KC Dak shop, you got to come to the KC Dak shop. It's not always about daiquiris, right? So daiquiris are good.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
They're good. They're really good. I'm not everybody has their own, thing when it comes to different types of drinks and stuff that they could do. I'm not that I'm a daiquiri guy, but I love their food, right? I've had a daiquiri and it's really good, but their food is phenomenal too. So I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. So just in case you wanted to know, there's that thing. They got daily specials, right? They got sides, drinks, wraps, salads, favorites, baskets, all kind of stuff going on. So
the gumbo.
And Sharon likes the gumbo. So that's my flowers. You guys got any flowers? I don't want to,
I do have a flower. So I'd like to toss a flower to Chef Shanita. She is currently working on a project about growing Black chefs, talking to youth about this is a potential career for them. And a big piece of that is archiving your culinary heritage. And that's a big, heavy phrase, right? What in the world is culinary heritage? It's all about preserving and celebrating the style of food that's been handed down through the generations. And it's such an important part of our lives. So, Chef Shanita, no one can see you doing this right now, but I think it is so awesome. And I know that in 4 or 5 years, we're all going to be like, I got to buy a copy of that book.
I love that. Sharon, you got any flowers to throw out there?
I got a couple flowers. Okay. I like to give a shout out to
not shout outs, flowers. Okay, I'm just trying to clarify.
His flowers are shout outs, but Sheila Johnson with Gates of Goodies. I like to give a flowers to Sheila Johnson, providing community of ways of cooking at home. And I think it's really dope. So
we still haven't gotten our invite to Gangsta Goodies
Kitchen. Still waiting on it.
I'm just letting you know. Sheila knows, so I've called her out a few times about it. So no, all love. But I can't wait to get on the show. I can't wait. Katie posted. She said, "Yes, hi friends. They have a huge list of Black-owned businesses, including restaurants. She actually put the link in there, and that's Truce Market Collective. What'd you say?
Put it over there so they can see it.
Oh yeah, my bad. I got this opportunity. I got this thing that I just forgot all about. When we go live, it's kind of weird. It's different. You know what I mean? And then Harold Kinley Strickland, one of the owners of the Dak shop, gave us a heat comment. A heat emoji. So we appreciate that. And then we just had like 5 or 6 people just walk down the street and ask if they could do a freestyle on it. There's George Forte walking by of Mayweather Fitness. But we just had like 4 or 5 people walk by and they wanted to freestyle rap for y'all, but we told them no, not right now. So just letting you know. And then we got there's Kinley right there. He's in the background. Awesome. So we want to jump into the main forum. Sharon created this really cool video, and I hope it plays. Not like the other video that we just had, the intro video. So I hope it plays. But what we did is we actually all went. So Morgan, Sharon's family. You can give a shout out to the folks that went and did some live videos.
Sheila West. She went to evaluate bar and grill, and we got Reggie. Yeah, elevate. Sorry, what I say, evaluate.
Yeah. It's all right.
And then we have Reggie Gray with his restaurant. He's going to be on the video talking about it. So y'all going to see that.
Awesome. So we're going to play this video. It's a little bit, and it highlights some of, not all of, some of it. Katie says she can appreciate that she can hear Morgan's incredible laugh in the other room. She's actually in the same room, so that's why you can hear so good. So we're right next to each other. It's optics. That's all it is. But yeah, so we're gonna play this video really quick, highlighting some Black-owned restaurants. We are really excited about about this because there was a lot of input and a lot of folks that actually did a lot of good work on this. And then Sharon put the video together, which we're excited about. Yeah. And then we're going to come back and we'll talk some of our experiences in some of the restaurants that we have talked about. Ruby Jeans, Wings Cafe, Blue Nile, Luffy's, The Dak, Peachtree, Urban Cafe, just to name a few. So here, let's do the video.
What's going on, Kansas City? My name is Reggie Gray, investor, entrepreneur, and motivational speaker. When my guy from the Porterhouse called and asked me to do something for Kansas City Black Restaurant Week, you know I couldn't let him down. Well, I invested in a Latin restaurant about a year and a half ago. It's called Sabor Latino. My business partners are originally from Venezuela, and they've been in America for over 20 years. But I was a fan of their restaurant, and I knew in the right location, in the right investment, we could take this restaurant to new heights. So we opened up in February in downtown Lee Summit. And we have amazing dishes, food from Central and South America. At Sabor Latino, we are not a Mexican restaurant. We are a Latin restaurant. And guess what? This restaurant is probably one of the only in the Midwest that actually has Black ownership. And my partners are minorities as well. So it's all about spreading that light and letting others experience a taste of Latin. Come check us out when you have the free time. Sabor Latino, Latin cuisine and bar, located at 22 Southwest 3rd Street in the heart of downtown Lee Summit. You can also check us out at www.tasteoflatin.com. We're open Wednesday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Come experience a taste of Latin.
Yeah. Right. This is the restaurant right here. Luffy's Fried Catfish.
Yo, 22 with a different mind. Said I live in two different worlds and we all come from different times, different natures in these different signs. I'm about to drop some jewels of knowledge cause I'm tired of all these people dying. We know we better but we keep on trying. See, that's the problem. We got all these people that don't understand the science. I hated school, I kept on being defiant. Then I would get back to the crib and get these lectures about my compliance. I sat in church with an awkward silence. I tried to catch the Holy Ghost, I really faked it.
Tonight, yeah. I just wanna have fun tonight, yeah. We just wanna have fun tonight, yeah. I just wanna have, we just wanna have, I just wanna have fun tonight. Pull up, parking lot, pimpin', make it on the neighbors, man. We finna be out here all night, better get some tags. Police looking on granddad, barricade with the sandbags. We don't even pay the door to get in, but the bouncers saying that we can't sag. I know, we've all done been here before. Some of us done make some mistakes, but leave that shit at the door. Ain't don't come out here tryna ruin it. Hey, don't be a tough boy with the full clip. Let them boys live. I just wanna have fun tonight. Yeah. I just wanna have fun tonight. Yeah. We just wanna have fun tonight. Yeah. I just wanna have. We just wanna have. I just wanna have fun tonight. Yeah. I just wanna have fun tonight. Yeah. We just wanna have fun tonight. Yeah.
Peachtree Restaurant. Now I got a little background story about Peachtree. This is like where I used to be a waiter. So we gonna go in here, check out what we gonna order. Talk to Roy. So this hour's operation. It's a black-owned restaurant.
You know who you are. Don't you know you're a star? Do you know who you are? Don't you know you're a star? Do you know who you are? Don't you know you're a star? Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know who you are? Don't you know you're a star? Here to raise the bar, I know they make it hard for us to eat. We gotta fight or we will starve. Daily meditations, now my aura is enlarged. Power bars fully charged, and I hope you up the par. Told her hop up in my car, see where this ride will take you. I know feelings get entangled, but don't let it make or break you. We should just relax, let me push you to your limit. Let me put you on your back. Triple X5, you be Scully, I'll be Boulder. You fucking with a soldier, together we could move on to see. It's about the love, never been about nothing else. And I got it for the game and for you, so don't you stress. Don't you know who you are? Don't you know you're a star? Do you know who you are? Don't you know you're a star? Yes, do you know who you are? Don't you know you're a star? Do you know who you are? Don't you know you're a star? Yeah, yeah. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoa. The maker said that we still in the making. I done met too many stars in the constellation. I know God got imagination, but making you, that's gonna really take some innovation. They couldn't reach your level even in a spaceship. I'm super, you a star, quite a combination. You think you ready for what I'm finna show, but let me tell you, I can promise what you didn't know. You know who you are. Don't you know you're right? Take me away, it's the perfect guy. Baby, I'm so high. With all the things we do and catch me fly. Take me away, it's the perfect.
We are wrapping up our Kansas City Restaurant Week first night at the local Elevate Bar and Grill.
Elevate.
What's the address? 7543 State. So if you guys want to come out, just come on out. We're really good. Good service, good food, great times.
Customer service is good. She was good.
Jasmine from Detroit.
I am. I'm a city girl. You said it, not me.
Don't tell me a city girl.
Anyway, I'm a real city girl.
Don't get me started.
It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. The staff is amazing. She dealt with all the music.
What about your waist beads? I'm gonna see these waist. What are these waist?
Maybe I need to stop thinking. Maybe I need to stop drinking. Shouts to the game, cause that shit kept me from being a delinquent. Maybe that's why I'm so different. I can never really fit in. 13 when I held my first pistol. Never shot another since then. That's dead. Maybe I'm really still in the matrix. I got a limit to ammunition. Maybe I made it up out the matrix. Focus on life instead of competition. Maybe I gave it my soul. Maybe I ain't even know. No, maybe my mind is too gone. Washed away from Patron. Let's just let's just let's Let's just. Maybe I'm trying too hard. Maybe I'm silent too much. Maybe the pain my own fam served me got me crying too much. Maybe I should have moved far away a long time ago. But I learned some shit I would need with good timing, though. Maybe the bullets was meant for me. Jesus said they had my name on it. Maybe the bullets was supposed to kill us. Need no God said they prayed for us. Maybe that shit saved my soul. So maybe I ain't even know. No, maybe my mind is too gone. Washed away from a throne. Let's just let's just
All right. All right, let's get back right.
We are back.
What y'all think about that video? Sharon hooked it up.
Yeah, I did a little something.
So what'd you think about that food that you saw? Sharon, what you eating right now, man?
Man, I am eating some gumbo. Check it out. It's from Daiquiri Shop.
Hey, that does look good. I can't lie. That does look good.
It's little the right spice. I don't know if too many people like spicy food, but man, I love the right spice. Man, I tear this up every time I come here.
If you are just joining us, we're doing a little something different this week. We are, because it's Midwest Black Restaurant Week, we decided we were going to go live from a Black-owned restaurant, KC Dak Shop, and then also we wanted to highlight some of the other Black-owned restaurants that are here in the city. There's a ton that we have in the city, so if we miss a few, actually, you know what?
Throw them out there.
If you're in the comments, throw your favorite Black-owned restaurant in the comments so we can see and everybody else can see who you guys think are some of the better Black-owned restaurants here locally in the city. Again, Morgan just sent you or turned her camera around to show you guys what the street view looks like, because we're literally right here on the street. So folks are walking by and saying hi and wanting to freestyle rap and do all that stuff. So throw those restaurants in the comments. We want to see what who your favorite restaurants are. Morgan, can you who's another restaurant? I know we talked about the KC Dak Shop, but what's another restaurant that's kind of on your list as a one of the best in the city?
Well, that is such a great question, because I was like typing it into the comments when you asked it. So I am so excited to visit Masab. So it's a little bit different. When we look at Black food culture in Kansas City, we have to realize that not all food is the same within that. Different people have different styles. There's different culinary heritage pieces of that. And Masab brings a Caribbean and otherness to that food that you're going to get different dishes with very different ingredients. So if plantains are a part of what you're interested in, you're going to want to go to Masab for that. So you guys, the plates. So sometimes I want to eat a hot dog, and I want that hot dog to be in a paper boat. And that is what I mean sloppy on that hot dog. And I'm gonna eat it standing in the street because I love some food trucks. Sometimes I want a beautiful presentation, and Kansas City does not disappoint for that. And you can find that at Masab, and you can also find that at Soiree Steakhouse and Oyster House. So Chef Anita has been doing some desserts that will knock your socks off. So we already know it's gonna taste good. And then she builds it in this individual little serving. And then not only is there fresh whipped cream on top, then there's several garnishes involved. Have that experience during this week. Do your food truck, go see Ronnie Hansen in his food truck, and then also go see Chef Anita and get some elevated food, because there's room for all the things.
I love it. So Linda said Misop too, and then she said Urban Cafe. Urban Cafe, they serve like I've had they have a bagel sandwich which was phenomenal, and they serve it on a wood block that they bring it out to you in a wood block, and I thought that was like when we talk about presentation, I thought that was a cool piece of a presentation. They actually are on 70. What are they on? They're on
So like 70s.
something about UMKC by Truce, UMKC and Truce. I gotta look them up. I gotta do the address. If somebody in the comments, if you throw Urban Cafe's address out there, and then also Misop's address out there, just Google it, copy it, paste it in the comments. We appreciate it. Yeah. We're trying to do a couple things. We're trying to navigate this thing, okay? So we appreciate it. Sharon, what you think?
It's a couple restaurants that I forgot to mention. Smack's restaurant over there by 18th and Vine. What's the one? Juke House. They nightlife. They have some good food in there. I like their wings. It's another one across the street that was actually on a show.
I'm not sure about the new name because they changed the name.
Right.
I forgot. And don't blame the heart. Blame the head. Okay. If we forget names and all that stuff, please don't. I mean, the food was still great, but blame the head, not the heart, because we appreciate the food. So yeah. So anybody else that you could think of?
Jazzy B's Barbecue.
Jazzy B's Barbecue. Morgan said that, but she's on mute, so we really couldn't hear. Couldn't hear her say that. And so one of my favorites, Ruby Jeans. I go there. I used to go there like all the time, but it's just kind of depending on where I am in the city. But Ruby Jeans is phenomenal for me. I always get a smoothie. Always get I get a smoothie. I used to get the bowl, a couple bowls they had. They have a sweet potato bowl, which is phenomenal. That has greens and sweet potatoes, and I asked for turkey sausage to be added to it, and it's phenomenal. Blue Nile. I don't know if you've heard of the Blue Nile, but if you haven't heard of the Blue Nile, something's wrong with you. I'm just letting you know. Right. But it's down here in the River Market area. Okay, 55th and Truce. Thank you, Cynthia. We appreciate it. And Cynthia says we're eating brown sugar and chicken, or brown sugar, chicken, and donuts right now.
And that was featured with Morgan. Morgan went to that spot. It was nice.
Morgan,
I was jealous.
Morgan did go to that spot. And
you gotta send me pictures, Cynthia.
You gotta send some pictures. I don't know if you could put a picture in the comment section, but put a picture of something you're eating in the comment section. We'd love it. But the Blue Nile, they have Ethiopian eats. I normally go like during lunchtime when they had a buffet style. So I haven't eaten down there since COVID. But before COVID, they have a buffet style eating where they had a ton of phenomenal eats that come from a different place, right? And I'm gonna be honest with you, Michael Long put me onto them, right? Michael said this is a place you got to go eat, and I couldn't. I was like, you know what? I don't know about this Ethiopian food. I don't know. Is it spicy? I don't really do spicy really well, and all that other good stuff. But at the end of the day, it is phenomenal. So go try Blue Nile. Like I said, it's in the River Market area. It's phenomenal. So we got a couple of other. Cynthia put the Misop restaurant's address in there. It's on 36 and Broadway. Thank you so much, Cynthia. Urban Cafe is on 55th and Truce. Michael Cremona said they did Gigi's Vegan Cafe yesterday, and she has a mushroom patty burger. He said, I'm far from vegan, but man. Okay. I'm going to pause on that, man. I'm going to pause on it. I got you. I understand it. Equal Minded. Man. How could I forget Equal Minded Cafe? I actually did a vet. Man. Look what Morgan has right there.
Oh, man.
Look at that. Good. Look at that. Morgan, what is that?
That is the chicken salad at Casey.com.
You're on mute. You're on mute.
Of course I am.
So let me mute. What is that?
that is the chicken salad at Dak Shop with the Caesar dressing. You've got these high quality chicken strips I was telling you about, and then also the eggs, the tomatoes, the cheese, the lettuce. See, here's the deal. I have not gained the COVID-19 or the COVID-25, which is also a thing. Because I've been eating a ridiculous amount of vegetables. I eat a half a pound of green vegetables every day, and that's how I've been holding on to it. So I need to know when I go to a restaurant, they can offer me a green vegetable option. And although you can't see it, there is green vegetable under all this beautiful food.
Absolutely. Dope. That is phenomenal. That is phenomenal. So I'm gonna go back to Equal Minded Cafe really quick, because Equal Minded Cafe, I've had lunch there a couple times, and I had a vegetarian wrap. I had a veggie wrap there, and then I had something else there, and it was a little while ago. But the veggie wrap was phenomenal. Okay, Equal Minded Cafe is on 43rd and Truce. They actually have a coffee shop in there as well, so you can go in, obviously mask on, and have coffee. You can eat. We actually ate in the spot. So really excited about Equal Minded Cafe. Shantae said, Blue Nile is everything. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And then Cynthia said it was too late for pictures. She said she'll post a picture of the empty plate. She'll post a picture of the empty plate. Dope. Right on, dope. A picture's a picture, you know, it speaks words, it's volumes, right? We appreciate it. So again, doing something different this week. We decided we were gonna hop on the Black Restaurant Week bandwagon, right? So we appreciate the restaurants for allowing us to hop on the Black Restaurant Week bandwagon. And we are live at the daiquiri shop. Again, the DAC, we got daiquiris over here, we got salads over here, we got gumbo over here, and then Julia said Fanny's African Cuisine on 41st and Truce is a favorite as well. What do you think? Have you had some Fanny's?
I have not had Fanny's yet, but we have had a resurgence of African food in Kansas City lately. So not only do we have Fanny's now, we also have My Village in Independence. And we've also got a really great lady named Florence. And Florence recently started a food truck.
You got it, Morgan. I'm figuring it out. You can keep going.
No problem. So just to take a moment to talk about food trucks in Kansas City, do not leave them out of this discussion. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. So the way food trucks work during COVID, you and your neighborhood get together, and then you do a pre-order, and the food truck shows up, and then they text you when your food is ready, and you already paid for it, and they do family-sized meals. So if you live in a good neighborhood, take advantage of that, because it's a really great way to like socially distance. You eat in your driveway, you wave at each other, you play your music, you do your sidewalk chalk art. It's a great way to come together as a community, but also be safe and get food that's more than 2 miles away from your home, which can be a challenge right now. So think creatively and take care of our food trucks, because they're part of what makes Kansas City great.
I love it. I love it. And then Heather also said Equal Minded Cafe has a really affordable event space. And my wife said, Dan Smith, you've been to a lot of great restaurants without me. So what had happened was on lunchtime, you know, when it's time for lunch, you just got to figure things out. I shouldn't be calling me out like that on public TV like this. This ain't not public TV. I'm just playing. But it's true. I have been to a few places. Blue Nile, I did without the wife. I did Equal Minded Cafe without the wife.
Tell them to start bringing some to go.
I've done Ruby Jeans a few times without the wife. What about Peachtree, Sharon? What you think about Peachtree?
So Peachtree, I'm gonna talk a little bit about my history with Peachtree. I used to work at the one when it was a restaurant on 18th and Vine. I was a waiter there for a couple years. How many? About 4 years.
Yeah.
And I got great tips, but Peachtree always treated me like family. I did get great tips. I was making some good tips, but Peachtree was always a family to me, and I always adore everything that they have gave me. So I always throw out Peachtree, and their food is amazing. So you got to try them down at 12th Street.
So what's our homeboy's name that works down at 12th Street?
Terrence.
Holla
at Terrence. He's down there. Hit him up.
Terrence is awesome, man. He's a dope cat, man. I know Sharon got stories for days.
Man.
For the Peachtree. I think who'd you meet? You met
Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar. Paul Wall.
I met Willie Mays.
Buck
O'Neill was he was there all the time. Catfish, collard greens, and candy yams. And Arnold Palmer.
Look at that.
That's what he used to always get.
Who was it? What's his name?
Buck O'Neill.
No. What was the drink? I mean,
Arnold Palmer.
You know, I have a hard time saying Arnold Palmer. That's like the word. And you just said it real smooth. It just threw me. My wife would tell you. Like, we went down to Cabo, and that's all I was trying to order was an Arnold Palmer, and I couldn't say it for the life of me. But
man, I always
you just amazed me right then. I'm just saying. I'm just letting you know.
Tiger Woods is good enough, a good drink too. So
Linda said Fanny's is fantastic. Fufu and fried spinach is the best. Okay, all right. So we got some food recommendations. Now we got to write that down. Somebody, whoever's out there, write down fufu and fried spinach from Fanny's. We got to try that. Amy said she loves the Peachtree. Yeah,
I forgot Niecy's.
Niecy's, okay.
Yeah, I forgot Niecy's.
Niecy's for me used to be like the after hours wings from Niecy's was like the it, you know what I mean? And then I've done some breakfasts at Niecy's and whatnot.
Yeah.
So what about Wings Cafe? Have you either one of you been to Wings Cafe? Okay, what do you think about Wings Cafe?
Wings Cafe, Ezzy Redwood, as an individual, one of the most awesome people in this city, right? Like, smart, talented, and was like, I know what I want to do. I want to get into the food business because the profit margin is 5%. So that's what I'm going to do. And so he creates these fantastic restaurants, and then he did an amazing thing. He moved one north of the river. And it turns out you don't even need a passport to do business there. It's just across the river, and it's still Kansas City, Missouri. So thank you, Ezzy. Your mac and cheese, your habit of donating catering items to worthy nonprofits, so fantastic.
Hey, I will say that too. We just went to Wings Cafe day before yesterday, Sunday, whenever that was. Me and the wife went to Wings Cafe, and she had their mac and cheese for the first time, and I was like, nah, I can't do everybody's mac and cheese, right? Like you can't do every. And then the wife said, no, you got to try this mac and cheese, and so we tried the mac and cheese, and the mac and cheese was phenomenal from Wings Cafe. So I will say, shout out to Ezzy, shout out to the Wings Cafe folks for that. And then Morgan's going to talk about.
Shante, thank you so much for reminding me about Maddie's Foods. Okay, so winner of the food truck face-off in 2018, Maddie's Food Truck. Wow. It is vegan chicken can. Yes, you can, even if you're vegan, because they've got it. They are taking care of you. So hats off to Kansas City for all the amazing Black-owned vegan businesses, right? Yeah. Hats off. You guys are awesome. If you have not had the chance to meet Arvalusha and India from Maddie's, do it, because those are two awesome people. Very entertaining. You get a show with your vegan nachos. And not only are they doing these great snack foods, it's comfort food and it's vegan, they're also starting with some breakfast items like an amazing vegan cinnamon roll. So, ladies, thank you for doing what you do because we needed you.
Dope. So, we showed the video. We've talked about. Did we talk about Luffy's?
Oh,
we didn't talk about Luffy's. It was in the video.
But they fried catfish. I always get the family catfish. They always, I don't want to say hook me up because Dan is big on not saying hook me up.
No,
but they always give me a decent size of catfish.
Paid for.
And I get the catfish. I get the macaroni. I get the collard greens, and I get fries and fried okra. And my little ones go crazy over the catfish.
See, my youngest is actually allergic to fish. And so the wife and I have to sneak fish into the house. And when we do sneak fish into the house, it's normally from Luffy's. Yeah. So I just wanted to say, Luffy, shout out to Luffy's because they do a phenomenal job. But not only do they do a phenomenal job, but they've been here for a long time, right? They're one of our mainstays. Kind of like not as long as Gates, but still a mainstay in the city. So that's one of the places that you need to go and support for sure. And then we didn't talk about Gates either. Gates. There's so many that we could be talking about, like Gates.
So many places. I couldn't even pick them all. I was like, I even didn't go by a list. I was just going by the ones I went to. But there's so many that throw them out there. If y'all know of any, let us know some.
I eat Gates sausage. Like they have a sausage that they do. It's phenomenal. I mean, I'm not a huge barbecue guy, but the sausage from Gates is phenomenal. All right. So anyway, that's like not liking. What do we have? We have fountains everywhere. That's like not liking fountains and you're from Kansas City. What kind of stuff is that? That's not. Is that sacrilegious? Is that what they call that?
Very much so.
All right. So any other restaurants that we didn't talk about? That was kind of my list.
Our specialty restaurants.
Any other restaurants that we didn't cover that you guys enjoy? My PR person is sending me a text message, so I gotta figure out. Anytime my PR person sends me something, but I'm gonna ignore that one. I'm not even gonna pay attention to that one. I'm just letting you know. Did you see that? I just ignored your text message on Facebook Live. I'm just letting you know. Don't beat me up when I get home. I promise. I was just playing. So yeah, any other restaurants that you guys can think of really quick?
I think we hit them all.
Okay. So what I would like to do, if we can, kind of switch this up a little bit. Actually, Kinley was coming our way. I was actually going to ask Kinley to come in here and say a couple things really quick, and he's walking outside. Kinley, I want you to say something really quick. I want you to come talk to the family really quick. Yeah, we're gonna put you on camera. Come on in, or stay right there. Okay. All right, I'm going to mute. I'm going to mute. Kinley, talk a little bit about the restaurant. What brought us here? I mean, you don't have to,
but you did a great job of kind of introducing the concept of Daiquiri Shop and how it started and how we brought it to Kansas City. So all I will say to add to that was that it was important for us to bring something new and different to the city, right? And I think that as we're in the midst of Black Restaurant Week, Midwest Black Restaurant Week, that the highlight is on the artistry, the culinary talent, all these different things that sometimes get overlooked when you think about a Black-owned business or restaurant, because people have preconceived, stereotypes, right? Preconceived notions. Yeah. So it was important for us to deliver something to the market that was unique, but delivering in a way that they had not seen before in the Midwest. And then also, if they had seen it in New Orleans, they would immediately be familiar with this experience. Absolutely. So it gave people a nostalgic feeling on one side, but then also a fresh experience on the other side if you had not visited or knew about the culture. So I guess for us, that was a key component in trying to decide whether or not we would even be successful in bringing this to the market.
No. Awesome. Well, we appreciate you guys, our work that you're putting in, and what you're bringing to the city, because it's necessary and needed, and it's beyond necessary. But you guys are doing it. We appreciate you guys for doing it, and we appreciate you guys for allowing us to come set up shop. I'm sweating a little bit, and it's feeling good out here. You know, got a little moisture, a little rain, but it's love. I love it. I love it though. I love it. I love it. So thank you again, man. We appreciate y'all. Yeah.
Letting us host the platform. You know, obviously we're big supporters of the Porterhouse, and what you guys do is important. And so we felt like anytime we can partner with you, that's going to be great. You know, for us and our brand. You know, you gotta have a culture, right? You got to have a conglomerate, a community. Absolutely. And what you guys do on several different fronts is build community. So, you know, we appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
All right.
Awesome.
Now, refills for anybody.
I think I'm good. I appreciate you.
I'm still working on this one.
Thank you. So quick story about the Dak Shop and Kinley and Calvin. The movie Queen and Slim that came out to theaters, and me and my wife went to go see the movie, and there were the theater was pretty much empty. It was bare when we went to go see this movie, and we thought it was a phenomenal movie. It was well put together. Lena Waithe did a wonderful job. The actors and actresses in the movie were phenomenal, and so we couldn't understand why the theater wasn't packed, right? So we felt like we needed to do something, right? We needed to do something. We didn't know what it was, but we needed to figure something out. And so what we came up with is we wanted to rent a theater. We wanted to rent a theater out and give tickets to folks that we felt like would appreciate seeing this movie, and pack the theater out for optics, and then also to support the movie and support the movement and everything else that was going on with Queen and Slim. And we came to Kinley and Calvin here at the Dak Shop, and we asked them like, hey, this is the goal. This is what we're trying to do. And they were one of our sponsors of that. And so we were able to rent out a whole theater over in the War Parkway Mall. We rented out a theater. We had a packed house. We actually had a panel discussion afterwards, which was all love, and it was rich, and it was phenomenal. So again, the relationship is there. It goes beyond just friendship, man. We really appreciate these guys and what they do for us. And so that's all I got there. So we're gonna wrap it up. Any last thoughts, Morgan, since you're over there?
I've always got last thoughts, always. So we're talking about having a good time with food, and that's what tonight's discussion was about. But if you scrape down about 3 layers, you really start to see the archiving of culture through food. And I want everybody to realize that we're like, yes, chicken tenders, woo, red beans and rice. Yes, absolutely, all those things. But take it seriously too, because tourism is a ginormous business, and Kansas City is a great place to eat and drink. So when we see ourselves on the news, except for when they showed the Ozarks during COVID, not that part, but when we see ourselves in the news, or we know that tourism is a big topic and that it's really going to need our help in the next year, think about how you talk about your city. And always have 3 things to celebrate in your back pocket, because I don't care where you're from. If you come to Kansas City, you're going to have a good time. And you could spend days just eating things here. And Kinley did a really good job of setting this up. There are things the Black restaurant culture in Kansas City has to offer, and we need to spend more time digging into that and celebrating that and learning how to tell other cities about that. The storytelling is not where it needs to be, so show your KC restaurants some love. Order curbside. Help them tell their story. If they've got a great post, don't just like it, share it. Help get this story out there, because we have so much to offer, not just the rest of the nation, but the world, when it comes to eating and drinking awesome things.
So also before Sharon gets to his last closing thoughts, I see Shante said, or not liking barbecue and being from Kansas City. Well, that's a thing. So it is a thing.
I don't know.
And Tarsha said E and B wings and express. And then she also said LC's barbecue. So I think that we put LC's in the video. Yep. LC's barbecue. You know, Anthony Bourdain came here. Bourdain came here some years ago and did a barbecue tour. And he said, I think he said LC's barbecue was his favorite barbecue place. He went to some other places. I'm not going to name them, but said they were too clean to be a barbecue place. And he said LC's was what barbecue was about here in Kansas City. He didn't go to Gates because he had been to Gates before, so he knew, you know, what Gates had to offer. But he said LC's was his go-to after. And so I think you could probably look it up on YouTube or something like that when he came to Kansas City and barbecue and did a barbecue tour. So that was kind of cool. So Sharon, you got what's your thoughts?
My last thoughts. Food is made from the soul. You know, when you make food happy, you are gonna be happy. And tip your waiters and waitresses if possible, or whoever's there. Tip them well. Be positive. I always say that. And that's it. That's my end thoughts.
Dope. I'm not. I mean, I wish I could be introspective, but I'm not true introspective. But I will say that we love supporting the folks that support our communities, and these Black-owned restaurants definitely support our communities, right? They pour their heart, blood, sweat, and tears into these businesses, and obviously with COVID, it has made the community that more important, community support that more important. So if you haven't visited these restaurants in the past, even if you feel like because of COVID or because of social unrest or because of whatever that excuse or reason is, let that be the excuse and reason why you actually go and support one of these businesses. Because at the end of the day, financial support, post about it, anything that any kind of awareness that you can draw or bring to these restaurants, really, it matters. It all matters. Okay. Right. So from the Porterhouse KC, Square One Business Services, we appreciate you for tuning in. And until next week.
Thank you.
Holla.
It's always you and your friends round. I see you got the new kin style, pretty in style. Been thinking though, they heard my name round, they don't think I know. Your girl in the back with a cloud chase. I guess for the night we'll keep it OC. That's a great distraction, but you know I'm on a mission. Y'all got 3 months to get practice, almost like I'm chasing chicken, cause I'm up to something.
It's so true. Right?
I'm up to something. I'm up to something. I'm like something. Back in my timeline, you was worried about my limelight. You see me different every time I stand in life and make beats more. You control the shift like a keyboard. Hold on, wait, like a paradigm and keep running on like a marathon. Then you reach for your blocks like Farrakhan. But after that be the weed though. Told me that you wanna meet me, no. I don't wanna really be mean, no. But I've had better on the East Coast. Fuck you for the green like CeeLo. All about the green like Shigo. Phone blowing up like CeeLo too. Guess Ben really got the keys on too, like I'm up to something.